Hi Taurus, thank you so much for joining me. To all my new viewers and all my existing viewers, welcome. This is a general tarot reading, having a look into your potential soulmate if they're around you now. Taurus, who is your soulmate? Okay, the Priestess of Divination. Something about divine timing. It's definitely divinely orchestrated, Taurus. This is beautiful. The Priestess of Divination brings something very spiritual. I almost feel like when the two of you will meet, it's a perfect synchronous meeting. It's when everything will fall into place. It'll come at a time in your life when you're ready to invite this person. Some of you have already met this person. I feel like you may have been in touch. There was some sort of synchronous meeting or passing or introduction between you and this person, you and this soulmate. Now, this could mean that you've dreamt about them. This could mean that you physically made contact with them in the physical realm. The Priestess of Divination brings synchronicities and coincidental meetings. What we think are coincidental, but are actually divinely orchestrated. I feel like some of you might be meeting this person. They're foreign, and it's almost like you might be connecting overseas, or it's almost like you lead very different lives, but you're being brought together by a higher purpose here. And I feel as though it's this divine priestess, the angels, the gods, whatever you'd like to call it. This is what's bringing the two of you together. For some, I feel like you've known this person, or you know this person from your childhood, or maybe you've been acquainted before. Something about divine orchestration. So whether this person is someone you know or someone you're yet to meet, I feel like when the two of you meet or come together, it will seem, you'll almost be asking yourself, how did the two of you come together? Because you might be leading such different lives, have different career paths, have made different life choices, but somehow you'll be placed together because this is the person who you're supposed to be with. I also feel like they're very spiritual or religious. They obviously are very fascinated by the divine. So whether that is God, whether that is mythology, whether that is tarot, esoteric arts, or something like this is also possible. Okay, very strong sexual and physical attraction to this person, Taurus. They're the epitome of beauty, or the epitome of perfection for you. Now, there is a priestess with long dark hair. This doesn't mean that someone's coming in with long dark hair. It just means that initially this person is, when you first connect with them or meet them, there's not only a very strong spiritual and emotional connection to this person, there's a very strong mutual sexual and physical attraction with this person here. They're beautiful to you. They're perfection to you. They are everything you want them to be. They're creative, they're fashionable, they're beautiful not only on the outside but on the inside. They have a kind soul, they're nurturing, they're creative. I feel like they've been through a lot. Look at all these phases of the moon here. This priestess, I feel like they either are undergoing a transition somehow, Taurus, or are currently embarking on some sort of self-journey. It could be something to do with emotion, because the moon does represent emotion. So it could indicate that they're emotionally coming into growth, emotionally becoming enlightened with the Priestess of Beauty. They could also be quite artistic. Now, the Priestess of Beauty rules music, fashion, design, creativity, flowers. She's quite sensual and earthly, yet I feel like this person is talented in some sort of area here. They have a natural talent for things, and they also like to beautify things. Now, this could be they take pride in their appearance. This could be that they like to beautify things in their job, say, for example, interior design. But I love what the Priestess of Beauty represents. This represents the physical and the internal. So this is beautiful, very strong attraction. I feel like they'll be your type. I feel like they'll be the person you're looking for, especially appearance-wise, which keeps coming up. Okay, the Priestess of Wisdom, the dates that resonate with her are September 30th to October 27th. This person is wise beyond their years. It doesn't mean they're older, but I feel like they're very learned in life. They might have come through hardship or humble beginnings with the Priestess of Wisdom, but they have a lot of life-learned wisdom, and I think that's accumulated for them over a lifetime of experience, or perhaps their soul has led many lives, Taurus, and they're coming in as someone who's quite wise, mature, methodical, diplomatic, pragmatic. This is coming in around this person with the Priestess of Wisdom. I also feel like they have a very inquisitive nature, Taurus. They're always begging to ask the big questions. They're always seeking out knowledge, seeking out wisdom in whichever way. This could be education, this could be scholarly and academic education, this could be enlightenment for themselves, this could be their internal journeys. But they do have a quest for knowledge, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, the Priestess of Ritual. You'll celebrate a lot of anniversaries or milestones with this person. Now, whether this is giving birth, whether this is buying your first house with this person, whether this is having grandchildren with this person or living out your twilight years, the Priestess of Ritual brings in traditions, customs, and beliefs that the two of you will have together. This could also indicate this person is quite traditional, Taurus. They come from a background, perhaps they come from an ancestry or a heritage where they used to have pagan beliefs. So, for example, they could be of European heritage, or well, I guess most ancestry. If you really link it back, a lot of the nationalities and races were pagan because they did believe in a variety of gods. So, but Ritual is someone that is quite a traditionalist, someone that likes things routine, I'm seeing as well. So they may be a little bit prone to anxiousness. They like routine, they like things a certain way. I think the two of you will be very, very compatible in this sense. But this is someone who's very consistent. And I love this. You're going to undergo a lot of phases. Look at these moons. There's so many phases here. I think not only in the physical realm are you going to embark on a lot of different life stages, life journeys, milestones together. I also feel like you'll do it emotionally. This is powerful, Taurus. Okay. The Four of Swords, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy with the swords here. They might have swords, they might have air in their chart somewhere here with the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords is a card of spirituality, self-reliance, withdrawal, and solitude. So they might be prone to anxiousness. They might be quite analytical, and I think given these other cards here, I wouldn't be surprised because of their intellectual nature or their inquisitive nature. They are they are quite governed by their mind here. Now, I also see with the Four of Swords that this person is a very good communicator, very analytical, well-spoken, articulate, will communicate their thoughts, but will also shut themselves off sometimes. So I think it's important to give this person space if you're dealing with this soulmate as of now. But it could indicate that they're withdrawing to themselves right now, and maybe they're not ready to come out and meet you as yet. Maybe they're still withdrawing. Maybe they have to open their doors up to allow you into their life. So maybe it hasn't happened as yet, or maybe the wheels are in motion. Things have already been set in motion. I also feel like they have a few select friends. I do think they are outgoing and they like to be creative, but I think because of their nature, they they very much enjoy their own company. They could also be a traveler or coming in from overseas with the Four of Swords. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy here. This is someone that's very grounded. This is someone that's going to embrace life and going to embrace this relationship that the two of you have together. You can see the sun god here that's stretching out its rays. It's stretching out its hands, blessing and embracing everything that comes to its path. So this is the glory of Ra Atum. This is blessings of money, success, new opportunity. It's really, I almost feel like some of you might be a power couple with this person. So as much as there is a spiritual and emotional connection, I feel as though the two of you will be very successful together and you will enjoy the physical benefits of this physical life. Say, for example, monetary possessions, houses, homes, adventures, anything that you can enjoy and experience through the senses is what you'll be doing with this person here. They could be a mixture of air and earth as well, air and earth energy that's coming towards you. But I love this. It's almost like they're extending their hands, so they'll always include you in everything, Taurus. You'll never feel shut out from this person. Sometimes they'll need the solitude, but I think you'll be aware of when they're needing that. Beautiful, Six of Chalices. Oh, this is really sweet, Taurus. This is the White Crown. It represents pleasant memories, purity, innocence, nostalgia, past life connection, a romantic whirlwind of a relationship here with the Six of Chalices. Possibly some of you have met before, so I'm saying it again. There's some sort of connection. Now, you may know this person, Taurus. You may have met them recently. You might have known them from your childhood, or there's someone you've envisioned yourself to be in your younger years, in your former years. This might have been someone you always dreamed of settling down with, but I feel like this person is going to feel like home to you. There's nostalgia. It could be that this person is quite nostalgic. They appreciate the fragility of life. I also feel like there's purity with this person, pure intentions. They're coming in and coming into your life with pure intentions. There's no deceit, there's no falsity, there's no pretense. This person is as open, is almost like an open book, Taurus. And some of you have met this person, but for some it's a past life connection with the Six of Chalices. You're going to create many, many wonderful memories together. This is beautiful. Could also have water in their chart. They're very balanced, coming through very balanced so far. Air, earth, water, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But I like that. I think emotionally they have solid foundations, but they're still building. You see how it's all quite evenly and steadily built. I feel like they're building and learning about themselves emotionally and spiritually still. Okay, King of Chalices. Again, water has come up the most potent here. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. King of Chalices. This is someone that has a big heart. This is someone that will love you for life. There's a lot of loyalty and honesty coming through with this person. This is emotional goodness, emotional reliance. You will be the anchor to this person and they will be yours. This partnership is something very, very solid, especially emotionally. You'll feel very secure with this person and you'll never doubt that they love you, or you'll never doubt how they feel about you. There's just so much certainty here with the King of Chalices. This is you feeling blissful, happy, joyful, appreciative of this soulmate and the life they're going to give to you. Okay, Seven of Swords. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They have a past, or they're possibly looking back to their past. Maybe they're coming from obstacles. It's interesting the Seven of Swords looks to the Four of Swords. I almost feel like when they withdraw or when they retreat from you, Taurus, it's because of their past, because they're thinking about their past. Now, nostalgia did come up with the Six of Chalices, so I wouldn't be surprised if this person is somewhat nostalgic, that they often might be, how to say, not as present in the moment because they're constantly remembering the past or are so impacted by the past. There might have been hurt or deceit around this person or trauma, and they keep looking back to it. Again, this could be obstacles within thoughts, so I think this is about their communication. Especially if they do have air in their chart, they can be prone to bouts of anxiousness with the Seven of Swords. Okay, more air energy here, Ace of Swords. Okay, I definitely feel like there's something to do about conquest in this relationship. I almost feel like you might encounter some sort of obstacles. This could be that people disapprove of this relationship. This could be that people are envious. This could be that people have ill intent regarding the relationship, because the two of you will be somewhat like a power couple. You'll both be successful together, which in turn can cause other people to be envious on the outside. So there's something about conquest or needing to fight for someone. As much as this wonderful connection will be evident to the both of you, there's a notion of a battle or needing to overcome obstacles with this person here. Again, it could revolve around communication or around someone's thoughts, especially if they are an air sign or they have Virgo in their chart, because I did mention earth energy. If they have Virgo in their chart, this sort of air analytical energy with the Ace of Swords here can often indicate self-criticism, uncertainty or despair that's coming in towards this relationship or about this person's traumatic past. Okay, Four of Swords. It's come up twice, the Four of Swords. Again, more air energy. So someone who's either an air sign or has the qualities of an air sign. So they could be quite light and breezy, quite outgoing, quite well spoken, quite analytical, maybe not as grounded as you'd like. But there's something about rest, withdrawal, retreat, again, solitude. This person is needing solitude. They might have had someone pass around them. There is a tomb effigy here. This could be in their past as well. It could also indicate a holiday or a trip. This could be the meeting, or this could be that the two of you are, it's almost like there's a slumber here. So someone's going to wake up to it. So I think it's this person, Taurus. They're waking up to their feelings, waking up to their path in life, waking up to maybe you reaching out to them. They could also work something to do with the air energy here, so customer service, in the physical, so real estate. But I think it's more to do with communication, correspondence and communication. I think this is what they might do in the profession because of their ability to speak and write and communicate. Beautiful. 2 of Cups. There's a Leo here, strong Leo energy. The two of you will be brought together. There's a meeting happening soon. If it hasn't already happened, Taurus, I'm convinced it's going to happen very, very soon for you. The 2 of Cups, this is engagement, marriage, and a solid union. This is where the two of you are coming in mutually with the same understandings of what it takes to forego this relationship. This is the two of you coming in with the same level of commitment and emotion. So this is beautiful. There's a mutual relationship that's happening here, and one will not be more dominant than the other because you're both coming in with the same wants, hopes, wishes, dreams, and you're both, the standard of your relationship is the same here as well. Strong engagement and marriage coming in with this person. They might even work in the medical field as well. There's the ancient medical symbol here, so this is also possible. They might be in a leadership role as well, as indicated by the Leo here. Let's have a look and see when the two of you will meet. What sort of stage will you be in at your life, Taurus, when the two of you connect? Okay, so you're going to be in a period of emotional and spiritual enlightenment. I feel like soul searching, something to do with soul searching. It's that this person is coming in. Maybe if you're coupled up right now with someone else and maybe they're not your soulmate or they're not the person you'll end up with, I feel like they're coming in at a time when you're either single or you've done some major soul searching, because the Priestess of Solitude, there's liberation. She's so adamant with what she wants, and she's, you know, almost like a saint here with this golden halo behind her. So she's had some sort of inspiration here. So whether you're male or female, this person is coming in at a time when your wants, hopes, wishes in life, Taurus, are matching up with what you're going after in the physical realm. Also more air energy here. So again, maybe it's an indication to you that you need to be more direct with what it is that you want, Taurus. You need to visualize and manifest this person and bring them into your experience. But it is going to come at a time where you are liberated with your thoughts, but you're also very comfortable with yourself, especially alone. So self-love and self-appreciation as well. So look, I hope this has been insightful. Thank you again so much for watching, Taurus. I do wish you all the best, and hopefully we'll chat soon. Thanks again.